Ooh, saucy. What's happening, guys? Welcome into another lesson, and today I'm breaking down a really cool groove that I posted on my Instagram, which if you're not following me, it's at Dave Major Music, and it was a 30-second note odd grouping groove, and I had so many people going like, what's the pattern? What's the pattern? Like, how do you play that? It sounds so cool. And I just want to break it down because it's deceptively simple, like a lot of stuff that I play. It's not the most fancy drumming in the world, but this one just jumped out to me. So this groove came around as I was teaching a spacing lesson to one of my students. And by spacing, we were talking about the difference between, or the distance between the kick and the snare. So in a lot of pop stuff, that's a spacing of 4. In a halftime shuffle, it's a spacing of 6. And a lot of like this halftime trap, dubstep stuff, it's 30-second notes, so it's a spacing of 8. And then we got thinking, well, 8 notes is quite a long pattern. What if we did smaller patterns? And we arrived at this. So what is this pattern? Let me break it down for you. PDF is below, so make sure you grab that if you're struggling a little bit. It starts with a group of 5. Now, to make things easy, we'll count this as 16th notes with a backbeat on 3, but it could be 30-second notes, so you'd count every second one if you were counting 30-second notes. It starts with a pattern of 5, which is right, left, right, left, left. So I'm popping those right hands, ghosting those left. Tick, tick, get. On the first right, I've got a kick drum. So just a 1 because you've got to have that anchor. So that is 1 E and a 2. Sounds like this, nice and slow. After that, we do a grouping of 3 to give us 8 notes. And we start with a kick drum, followed by 2 right hands. I'm going to not ghost them, but I'm going to play them up on top just to give a bit of dynamic contrast in our hi-hat playing and really smack that bass drum. So we've got right, left, left, kick, right, right. Sounds like this. So after that, we jump onto our backbeat, which is our 9th note. So that is 3 accented with the left hand, followed by a right, right again. So again, I'm just up on the top. That is 3 E and then we've got a paradiddle starting left-handed, left, right, left, a 4 E and rounding out this groove with a kick drum. Once we loop it together, we get an A1 as well, back into that 5 and 3 pattern, and the whole thing, nice and slow, sounds like this. So let's jump it up a little bit in tempo, so we're starting to get kind of cooking, maybe somewhere around here. Starts to sound really nice at that tempo, and of course, this sort of stuff sounds really good a lot faster. So it's so 1, 2. There's a couple of points here where we could vary the groove though. So let's just dive into that. I like to, there's a lot of notes, right? So that's a lot of like, sort of almost Nintendo programmed music happening. So it's nice to relieve the tension, relieve the notes, give a bit of space with just a hi-hat lift. And there's a really obvious place, which is the 4. So often I'll just put the 4 in there, maybe every second bar, and I'll just open the hi-hat nice and long. So you've got 1 E and that sounds like this. Little underhand action there. Ooh-ba. So that's a 3E and a 4, which is a really nice groove. Really nice touch. Again, a different texture within the groove, so it's not just this constant barrage of notes. The other variation is to just jump up on that ride cymbal, play all the ghost notes up here, and just come down for that backbeat, and it sounds like this. It gives it kind of a Louis Palmer kind of phrase. Love it. So I hope you guys dug this lesson. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can totally go and do that, because maybe I'll post some more cool grooves and be like, oh my God, what's that? Please hit subscribe because it's super, super helpful. Hit a like, share this around, give it a go, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Take care.